We are
Here we are.
fearfully and wonderfully made.
We are in the nursery.
In the nursery.
At church.
There's no secrets from that one. We're not trying to say anything fancy. We're just in a literal nursery at the church. So for anybody that's still awake, I know it's 9 o'clock and all.
We're late again.
A little bit.
This was graduation. Well, it was graduation night for some.
It was graduation night. Congratulations all of our graduates, y'all.
A through E, I think, was today.
A through E, and then tomorrow night will be
the next part of the
the
alphabet.
next group, and then Friday will be the next group. That's right.
And at my preschool, we stood in the rain and had a goodbye parade, which went a little bit later than we thought, and
Expected.
a little bit more rain than we thought.
A little bit more rain. It's okay.
And it's not summer out there anymore today.
No,
So
a little chilly. A little
I
breeze.
fixed my hair for the parade. That was several hours ago before the rain. So now
glad you did that.
it's sort of a disaster, but
I'm glad you did that.
here we are.
We are up here at the church, so this is going to be kind of a short one because, one, it's 9 o'clock, and I know that most people gave up on us probably an hour and 45 minutes ago.
Most people probably did.
But I did want to give a couple of updates. One, I mean, there's so many thank yous. It's been a while since we've been like in the nursery. I don't remember the last time I sat in this nursery. I'm not gonna lie to you. But if you haven't been, y'all, there is piping everywhere in the building. We have sprinklers. Adam
The
Wyckoff.
whole building.
Adam, you are a beast. And Sepuron, oh my goodness, guys. I mean,
So
we
much
have a
work
fire
has been
hydrant
done.
right out front that they put in. We have some amazing people in the church. So if you know Adam or Chris Sepuron, man, make sure you let him know. Man, we are so thankful for all the work that you guys have done.
It's going to be such a
It's
great
going to be
building
good.
when we use
And
it.
right now, 2 doors down, Ty and Leanne are down there with their kids,
With
and
their
they're putting
kids.
up some cool tin like on the walls for the kids' point room.
For Kids Point. The new Kids
for the new
Point.
room, whenever that happens. So, if you see those folks, you probably won't see them tonight, but if you do, somewhere, tell
They were
them
in the
thanks.
parade.
They were in the preschool.
The
parade.
Howells were in the
They were in
parade.
the preschool parade.
In the rain. It was a lot of fun.
But we'll be doing that, y'all. And like we've said a couple times, this Sunday we will be back at the barn out on Reed's Ferry Road. And then next Sunday we're going to be at the high school again. On May 31st we'll be at the high school again for another drive-in service. So come on out and we'll have a drive-in, and then we will start getting folks back in the
Hopefully
Madison
in the
campus building. But we're going to have, man, that was fast.
Okay, guys.
We got to go quick. We're losing
This
power.
phone is
Hey, Miss
losing
Susan.
battery.
Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Zachary. Everybody else is on there. But we'll keep that
We don't have to
information
talk
going.
faster. We'll just keep it short.
I'll pace myself.
If the phone dies, it'll be
For I am
sudden, and
fearfully
we
and
won't know
wonderfully
what
made. I
happened.
don't know why that keeps coming to my mind. Fearfully and
We're going to
wonderfully
drive home and not see you later tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. If the
you go.
phone dies.
made. If the
Which
phone
it
does,
will.
which is a really good chance. My kids currently have my phone and may or may not be exploring under the stage. I'm not going to lie.
They're under the stage with Danny's phone.
It seems fine.
Aunt Natalie's here. She's
Aunt Natalie's
on
out
top
there.
of it.
She's doing that one.
She's good.
So anyway, we did want to get on here real quick and just give an update on those things and hit a couple of chapters here in the scriptures.
Nehemiah
And Tommy
10
is
and
another
11.
shout out. Y'all, Tommy's
Yes.
on here right now. That balcony looks exceptional, Tommy. And it has matching cedar that they have cut and put up there. Tommy, you're a
It's so
beast. I'm not
pretty.
even kidding, man. I'm so thankful for you. So pretty in the sanctuary. So very, very thankful. Very thankful for you, Tommy. And everybody else. You good?
I'm ready when you are.
I'm going to hit the
We're
scriptures.
working on
Oh,
bar
snap.
time.
We got to go. 10's being cut in the parking lot.
Don't mind the construction noise.
Nehemiah, the book, chapters 10 and 11. Tonight, I just had one or two things underlined. To me, and I'll let you talk about chapter 11, if you can hear it out there.
I don't know if you can hear that, but it is.
Nikki was calling the cops. Thanks, Nikki.
Please don't call the
Thanks,
police.
girl. Wouldn't be the first time. So, in chapter 10, he starts out and names some names. The one I underlined, it says, they got together and their brothers, nobles, entered into a curse and an oath to walk in
noticed
God's
that.
law. A curse and an oath to walk in God's law. It was given by Moses to observe and do all the commandments of the Lord.
That was a weird way to say that.
That's
Do
a
you
weird way to
think
say
there's a
it.
reason they said?
I should know that, but
I didn't
don't
read
have
my
it
notes
followed.
this time. I was on my phone today.
Join their brothers in no cursing. Anyway, they were serious. Let's just say they were taking it very seriously.
They were just taking it seriously.
And they wanted to make sure, again, like we said last night, they were committing to observing the law. And they did that extreme. Hey, Miss Linda,
Hey,
I talked to you
Miss
earlier, girl.
Linda.
Y'all, Miss Linda's knocking out the park. Can I tell them, Linda?
Tell me.
Man, Linda's
I don't
recovering
know
well.
yet.
Stitches are coming up Friday.
Yay.
My girl, she's losing weight. I mean, Linda, your words, not mine. Come back. I'm excited.
Good for you.
We're saving your seat in there
I think
whenever we
most
get
of
back in
us
this
are
building.
not
She's
losing weight.
able, man, she's able to move the knee and get around.
Great. Miss Yeah, Danny hasn't. We haven't.
I
Spoken.
haven't. This is the first time I've seen her all day, but that's
Pretty much. I threw
or
5
take.
kids and 5 Happy Meals into the car with him and told him to drive away.
That's how we roll. Somebody's
That's
looking
all
through
we've
the
seen
crack
each
of
other.
the door.
Somebody
You ever
is.
seen somebody look through the crack of a door in a nursery? That's creepy, is what it is.
There's a child that's like, your finger.
What's that from? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I don't know. I'm just asking. I think it's from.
I should know. The phone's gonna die. And this is gonna be the
Okay,
end
we gotta
of
go. So that's why I had underlined.
If
What do you have in
it
chapter
comes
10?
to me, I'll say. Well, I sort of just in general thought that the whole point of this chapter was just to talk about how they're setting new things in place. So last night we talked about how they read the word, they confessed their sins to each other. Natalie said Twilight.
Thanks, Natalie. Thanks.
Thank you from through the wall. But now they're really setting in an oath that they're going to tithe. And they're getting
That's
that
what's up
set
right
up and how they're going to do it and the details of it. I thought that was an important thing.
Well, it is.
The
They
next
have the
step.
covenant. A covenant is a
I'm looking for
promise
the
that you're
verses,
making between either and or with God. So, like I always tell folks at weddings, when I officiate weddings, that they are actually making a covenant between one another and between the Lord. It's more than just a commitment. It's like an eternal kind of promise. Like you're saying, man, we are in this thing. We're bringing the Lord into it, and that's what they're doing. They're making a covenant together, saying, this is what we're going to be about. That's really good, Sean.
My note says that in verse 32 of chapter 10, the sanctuary tax in Exodus is 1/2 of a shekel, while 1/3 is required here in Nehemiah. The shekel in Exodus was the sanctuary shekel, which was measured as a 10 to 1 gold, and then this is Parisian shekel. So it's a different amount, but it's a different kind of money also.
Yeah.
So that's why it's different from that.
That's good.
Thought that was
We've entered into a new time. Like, I mean, it's a little bit different for us today with tithes and offerings because one, we don't pay in shekels and goats and stuff like that. But
True.
two, when we have online giving, and it's been really neat. One of the things that has happened here in this little relaxing season of life is that the amount of folks who have started giving online has increased dramatically.
That's great.
But anyway,
It's a good thing.
so that's what you can 10, and then in chapter 11, do you have anything else in 10?
Well, I was actually just rereading it again. I was trying to remind myself. There was this thing where they cast lots to decide who was going to live in the actual downtown.
That sounds awesome.
But I wanted to see what you thought about it. It's going to take me a minute to find it. We cast lots among the priests, who are the Levites. So we learned the Levites was Levi was one of the 12,
Yep,
and then the Levites were the priest part of the family. Those kids are coming in that door any
they're
minute.
coming any minute now. Kind of
The
freaked
people
out.
bringing wood into the house of God. So basically, though, they cast lots to decide which, I guess, of
Priest
the
gets-
priest would live in this particular area of Jerusalem. I can't find the exact
I
verse.
should know that one too, but I'm
I
failing
didn't
tonight.
underline it.
Priests
thought that was
didn't get a
interesting.
chance to own a lot of things. I mean, so the church was able, they kind of took care of, when they took care of the priests,
It's
they
11.
really took care of the
It's
priests.
11 verse 1.
11 verse
When people
1.
cast lots to see who should move to Jerusalem, they believe that God would choose those individuals through sacred lots.
That's what I'm talking about.
Usually,
cast
though,
more
when you
lots.
read about lots, it's like they're thinking it's magic, but they're actually saying God's making the lots.
The disciples
I
cast
gotcha.
lots to decide who would replace Judas. I'm just saying.
They did.
Roll the dice.
Right after Jesus.
Roll the dice, see what happens. But no, you're
It's
absolutely right. The Levites was the priestly tribe. Their whole goal was to do everything religious and for the church. So yeah, they were definitely taken care of. And apparently they cast lots to find out what house they had to live in. If you got to live in Golf Cart District, Covington, you know what I mean? That's what this was about. So hope
Downtown.
may the odds be in your favor.
Ever in your favor.
You know what I mean? But he does list the leaders, and he lists the priests in that group, and then he lists the rest of the
And the
leaders. And again,
gatekeepers and all the different jobs.
everybody had a specific task. I think it's important to note that Nehemiah was a godly man and a biblical man, and he knew that God wanted his people, God's people, to be at work, to be productive. And that's clearly what they're doing here. They're laying out rules for every person to have something to do.
I also thought it was interesting, verse 23, for it was the king's command concerning that a certain portion should be for the singers, a quota day by day. They had music at the gates and in the downtown, just music. I think it was worshipful, but it was a part of this expense that they were spending in the priest and from the tithes. It was
That's really
allotted
good.
for musicians.
I like that.
So praise team.
Praise
Shout
team.
out to praise team.
Thanks, praise team, for the. We give you free
I
donuts
wonder if
and
they were
stuff.
standing on
Good
hay
grief.
bales when they did it,
Maybe, probably.
when they sang in
That's
the
my guess.
courts.
That would be my guess.
Because we were on Sunday, standing on a hay bale.
Standing
Probably
on
not.
promises. Standing on the promises.
That was
of
really
God,
all I had for
my
these two
King.
chapters. We're wrapping up.
We're kind of wrapping up in the
Getting
book of
close.
Nehemiah. There's some other, if you have any questions on that, you can write it below and we will address it either tonight for this phone test or we'll get back to you tomorrow
not
if you have a
likely
question on
you're
that. I do encourage you to read 10 and 11. Again, these are a couple of chapters. He's painting a big picture here and we're wrapping up tomorrow night in 12 and 13. But, I mean, Nehemiah's covering the bases. And again, he continues to name specific folks. I mean, cool name. Bakbukiah. That's a cool
There
name.
are a lot of names.
Bakbukiah. Anyway, that's a
I
good
don't
one if you're
recommend them
looking
for like baby names necessarily.
No, maybe not.
But
Depends if you got
they're in there.
cute
There's a
baby or
lot
not.
of names.
Just saying.
I don't
Trains
think
outside.
there's a single name that I would say.
Zadok. You do Zadok.
No.
Ahitub.
Yeah.
Ahitub. That's
Nope.
how we'd say it. Ahitub. But anyway, we're just rambling in the nursery. So I hope you guys have a great, what day is this? Wednesday
This is
evening.
Wednesday.
These 9 o'clock ones are great because you can see
We don't know what's happening.
my brain
It's a different
stops.
crowd. It's a
Like I'm not as, I don't feel like I'm as
mindset.
witty. You know what I mean?
This is us tired and rained on.
I didn't get rain on.
We have, well,
I had 5
I
kids in the
did.
car. That's relaxing.
With Happy Meals. They weren't
Yeah,
hungry.
with Happy Meals, they weren't hungry. I think,
Did they spill anything?
no, Caroline dropped all of her fries on the floor.
Okay, well. 86 names we didn't use for our children.
It's true.
We didn't
RG.
use them for ours either.
Ashante, you did sing. Your dad was hoping people would give you a tithe for singing.
Yeah.
Not a tithe, just an offering. It's not, we're not
They
that
had a
kind of church.
quota. It
Calm
says they
down.
had a
We're
quota
gonna be
of
fine.
songs that they sang every day in the courtyard.
In the courtyard. So,
But I'm certain that they didn't stand on a trailer and a horse arena. on top
they
of
had
a
the
hay
wall
bale.
built. Miss Joyce, good to see you.
Certainly didn't. It's
Um,
fun though.
It is fun.
It's a good position.
It is fun. Thanks again to everybody who is doing all kinds of stuff here at this building.
Yes.
Continue to pray for us, y'all. We've had a couple of opportunities in the last few weeks of, we always keep praying for property for the Madison campus. Just see what happens. We're going to trust the Lord. But right now, we're just trying to like get back into a building that we
Into
rent.
a property.
That's what I'm talking about.
Any property.
And we'll keep giving updates on this stuff, especially the sprinkler system. It is awesome.
It is
Absolutely
really
awesome.
great. You guys
And,
are going to be excited to see all this very industrial
Oh yeah, the industrial look,
piping.
fearfully and wonderfully made.
I picked that out.
You
And
did.
I can't remember. Michelle Walls, maybe. It was either Joanne or Michelle Walls. We had a time getting this level, but look how level it is.
That's so level.
They did a
Wait.
great job.
We should both do like this.
Well,
That's always-
it is level.
not
I
level
think
now.
the phone actually is not, but in life, it's level. They did a great job.
This is a nice nursery, really, if you think about it. I mean, it's really,
But have you ever
Really
been in
good.
here with 11 children?
no,
I have.
that's insane.
These nursery workers in this room.
Oh my
If you've seen
goodness.
a grown up in this room, you need to pray for that person.
That's
They're
impressive.
sweet, either a sweet mom or dad, or they're a nursery worker. And
Worker.
we pile them in this room on a regular Sunday before
They are
coronavirus.
piled in.
Pile them in. It's
We
loud.
didn't worry about those crowd control things.
There's
We
fish
let it happen.
stepped into the carpet.
That's when you go in the
normally.
sanctuary
Not
right
anymore.
now.
I
You
don't
see like
know.
pre-corona, there's chairs everywhere, everywhere. In this room, there's just like chairs and
We're gonna have to have a whole team of people come through here when we have real people in the
Oh.
building again. But
yeah.
oh, it's mirror image. That's right.
No.
I forget it's backwards. I mean, it looks
It's-
backwards right there. I don't know why I forgot.
Can you say it backwards fast? No, that's not. It's too
No,
late.
it's too
All
late.
right, we're
for
gonna see
that.
everybody tomorrow around 7, give or
I'm
take.
glad my phone survived this whole time.
It made it.
I'm very
It
proud.
made it. Thankful for all of you. Thanks for being here tonight.
We'll finish Nehemiah tomorrow. Is that what you said?
Finishing it.
Done.
We're gonna finish it. Holla back.